Check. Only when it's on. Can you hear me? Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Istanbul, Turkey. It's FIBA EuroBasket 2017 and the quarterfinal between Germany and Spain. Well, these Spanish fans have come quite a long way, not only from the Iberian Peninsula, but they've come quite a way in this tournament. They're already in the last 8, no surprise there. We expected them to be here. But what about Germany? We weren't sure they were going to make it this far, but they have. They're doing it first, and then we'll turn to Slovenia against Latvia in the second quarterfinal of the day. I'm Jeff Taylor, joined by Josh Davis, and we are getting to the business end of the tournament, Josh, and as always, Spain in the reckoning for a spot on the podium.
Yeah, they've been here before. They're proven winners. Obviously, great team. Very familiar with each other, playing together for a number of years. And they've also done a great job of introducing the next generation of Spanish stars. I wouldn't say there's a lot of pressure on them tonight, but there's definitely an expectation for them to be successful. But Germany, not going to go down easy, especially with a superstar point guard, Dennis Schroeder, who we know has so much electrifying talent.
Well, I mean, a lot of people in Spain these days are saying this German team might just be a wolf in sheep's clothing. They're much more dangerous than you might suspect. And if you remember, 2 years ago at the EuroBasket that was played in Berlin, Germany almost won that game.
Yeah, 1 point loss. A tough loss. Retaliation pass.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Istanbul, Turkey, the city where East meets West. It's the first quarterfinal of the competition. It's between Spain and Germany, and we are expecting a good one tonight, folks. I mean, Spain were, in the end, comfortable winners over Turkey, but they did have to grind it out for long stretches of the game against Turkey in the round of 16, and nothing is a given. You would expect Spain to win this game, but you would have expected them to win it 2 years ago as well against Germany, even when they were the hosts. And Spain only won that game by a single point. So this Germany team moving from strength to strength here at the EuroBasket.
Yeah, they're coming off a huge win against France, obviously being down most of that game, and able to come back in the second half, having a strong fourth quarter, executing down the stretch, and able to secure a 4-point win against what was probably a favored French squad.
Well, we saw Germany get hot. We saw Germany get hot from three-point range the other night in the fourth quarter, and they really did do the business in that fourth quarter when they took command. And they're not a great three-point shooting team in this tournament, but they're big, they're strong, and I think that they're ready to give Spain a run for their money. We're going to have a pause in the commentary for the national anthems of both Spain and Germany. Okay, the national anthems have been played for both Spain and Germany, and these two great sporting rivals, really in any competition. You name it, they come face to face. Now they're going to do it in basketball. They're going to clash here at the EuroBasket. We're going to get a look at the referees for today's game. Manuel Mazzoni has been excellent in this competition, as has Alexander Glizic of Serbia and Panayotis Anastopoulos of Greece. There you see Mazzoni in the middle, Glizic on the left from Serbia, and Anastopoulos on the right. So this is indicator that these three gentlemen have done an excellent job at the EuroBasket to have the honor of doing a quarterfinal game. Guess what time it is, Josh? It's your favorite time of the game. I'm going to turn it over to you because you want to wax poetic about all of these rosters, all two of them.
Obviously, the Spanish roster full of names everyone's familiar with, but so far in this tournament, aside from the Gasol brothers, you got to really mention Sergio Rodriguez, usually coming off the bench. Is such a key player in that Turkish win, but he's not starting in the starting five. We see Juan Navarro, Ricky Rubio, who actually has been really lights out in the tournament. San Materio, and of course the Gasol boys, Al and Mark inside, providing just rebounding, defense, scoring, a little bit of everything, and of course that leadership has proven winners. Meanwhile, over on the German squad, everyone knows Dennis Schroeder is the motor to this engine. He's the catalyst. He gets them going, leading the team at 23 points per game, also giving you a number of assists. But he's also getting a lot of help from Daniel Tice, who had a great game. He's going over to the Boston Celtics this season. And can they get a contribution off the bench from Mauro Lowe? He's a young guard, very strong scoring ability, but he's been struggling throughout the tournament. Meanwhile, if you look at the starting five, of course, Dennis Schroeder with the aforementioned starts team. We've got Carsten Tata, Daniel Bartel, Robin Benzik, and Altman, big man inside. In Germany, a lot of size, a lot of guys who can do a lot of interchangeable parts. Guys 2 years 8, 2 years 7, strong bodies, able to rebound and shoot. Can they make it a little bit more difficult for Gasol, Mark, and Al, of course, and also the Gomez brothers?
Well, I think this is really an intriguing two players to highlight, because obviously Schroeder for Germany and Rubio, who had a huge game the other night against Turkey, they have been outstanding. Schroeder was, it's just been terrific. I mean, the second leading scorer in the competition. And Rubio, the big rap on him over the years has been his three-point shooting. Certainly didn't seem to struggle from that standpoint the other night. In fact, shooting 48% for the tournament.
Definitely loves this FIBA line a little bit more than the NBA line perhaps, but the willingness to shoot and also the timing of those threes against Turkey, which are pretty much the daggers in it.
So Chris Fleming, the coach of Germany, and matching wits, as you saw there with Sergio Scariolo. Just filming their Scariolo. A little bit of high five action over there on the bench. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the FIBA EuroBasket quarterfinal here between Germany and Spain. Spain start things off here, attacking the basket to the left, wearing the dark uniforms. And Marc Gasol, what a challenge for Voigtman down low. Johannes Voigtman pushes him away, and Danilo Bartel gets his first rebound.
Curious to see who Germany likes to get into the game here.
Well, Robin Benzing goes baseline. He gets blocked by Gasol.
That might be a theme of the night. This is Spain's second tournament over 4 blocks per game.
Quick pass to Schroeder on the baseline.
Very strong sign for Germany. He got off to a tough start against France. 1 of 7 to start that game, so comes out with his first shot here.
Well, Rubio's going to uncork a 3. This time he misses.
Listen, the referee claiming he got hit on the hand. Release.
Now Bartel left open for 3. Good. How about that start for Germany?
First couple minutes here.
And Rubio goes down, gets up with the ball. And Germany you want to expect them to come out and start strong to build their confidence. A foul called on Spain. Excuse me, a foul called on Germany here. Tata for holding Spain's Juan Carlos Navarro. Now Pau Gasol. Didn't really seem to assert himself too much the other night. Here's Juan Carlos Navarro, and Gasol leans over, gets the rebound. 57 years of age and still playing at an elite level, and he draws the foul.
Basket will not count. See the strong move from Gasol. Obviously has so many moves in that repertoire inside.
Chris Fleming, the German coach, gets to see Gasol in the NBA. It's where Fleming has been an assistant coach with Denver, and then this past season with the Brooklyn Nets. Navarro, shot clock winding down, and they get it to Gasol. He takes the contact, misses. And Johannes Voigtman with the rebound, hands it off to Schroeder. Schroeder gets in the lane, back outside to Bartel. And
go action.
1-2 action, yeah. The ball fumbled over to Rubio. Marc Gasol this time puts the ball on the deck and has it knocked away by Tata.
Schroeder and Bartel getting into it a little bit there. Schroeder saying catch the ball. Sometimes it's just not that easy.
Robin Benzing for 3, gets fouled, attempting the 3 by Fernando Santimitario. And Josh, this is where you say, you see it every game, Jeff.
Every game. I mean, it's a given. You're going to see it at least once per game. You see the hand on the left hip. Not sure what he can argue about there.
Benzing has been playing in Spain for Kai Zaragoza. So an inauspicious start here for Spain. Benzing he's one of the captains. Of this German team. He's been with them for a while now. And makes 2 out of 3. So Germany go on top 7-0. And Rubio ball goes back over to Germany.
Yeah, you don't see that too often from Rubio. Usually such a smart player, but trying to put the pressure on Germany, turns it over.
Now Tata goes to his left, back outside to Bartel. He gives it to Voigtman. And Portman also has been playing in Spain at Baskonia. And now Schroeder loses it out of bounds. So a lot of familiarity with these players from both sides. No doubt about it. And perhaps that helps the likes of the Germans, underdogs. Benzing knows, for example, Santa Materio. And Navarro. Navarro's got it now. Shot clock winding down again. Now Gasol open for three. And he's short. And Tata comes up with the rebound. And you wonder if Scariolo might want to get a timeout here.
Yeah, Spain's still scoreless.
Well, they've got that. Yep. Bartel.
Nice fake.
And Bartel tries to get it to Votman. Now, a little bit better from Rubio that time defensively. He gets it to Marc Gasol, and finally Spain almost turned it over there. Germans were ready for the pass, but couldn't quite get it.
Yeah, fortuitous bounce there for Spain, and Marc Gasol able to finish inside. And Rubio always has his head up in transition as Schroeder, nice runner off the glass.
Shot clock winding down, Spain. This time Marc Gasol gets it, and he's pushed by Robin Benzing.
You see the size of that German front court. Three guys around 6'10", all push it down to knock out the outside three, and all can rebound.
And what a task it is. I mean, what was it, 2 years ago, both Gasol brothers started in the All-Star game? And now look at that anticipation from Volkman. He's going to go in for the dunk. Two-handed jam. And now Scariolo does have to get a timeout.
This is a perfect start for Germany right now, up 11-2. It's Faulkman. It's a nice steal and breakaway.
So nervous times here for Spain. And to be fair, Josh, I mean, let's listen in here, see if we can hear what Coach Scariolo has to say if you look at the shooting for both teams.
Al margen de lo que hagamos, tenemos, estos son pesado, duro, anti-FIBA, tenemos que pasar cerca, hacer los bloqueos, desmarcarnos y cuando hacemos un piquerol aquí.
Let him throw it over top. Our next play, let's go horn side. Let's go horn side, okay? Set up, Nilo, set up on the left side of the floor. Okay, that's where the outro comes. There we go. It's gonna stop right now.
Interesting, Scariolo's Italian, but obviously he speaks Spanish in that lineup. Here's a look at that last steal and dunk from Holtmann, who could end up finding his way to the NBA. You would certainly expect him to have a big chance to make it over there. And look at Fleming and the German bench. So they've got the wind in their sails here early on.
Yeah, they're just not satisfied with being here. They want to move on.
But you know, we didn't really see Spain come out really strong against Turkey. And remembering the two groups that these teams have come from, Spain came from Cluj, which we thought was maybe the weakest of the groups, and maybe Germany might be more battle-tested. There goes Rubio, alley-oop pass. Gasol brought it down and goes up strong.
Nice teammate getting that action between Rubio and Gasol. You mentioned this German team, obviously led by Schroeder, who's one of the most confident players you'll ever see in basketball.
Here he is, pulls up at the line. That's going to be short. And
looking for contact.
Marc Gasol catches the air ball. Now inside again to Pau Gasol. This time he goes up and draws the contact and the foul. He will go to the line for a free throw, potential three-point play.
That high-low action between the Gasol brothers, almost unfair, obviously, so in sync on the court when they're together. See the nice little inside pass, and Gasol able to finish with a...
Well, if he catches it that low, it's going to be tough to stop it. And now Gasol, who probably have to say is already, he's certainly got iconic status. Some people would already call him a legend of European basketball.
All-time leading scorer in the EuroBasket.
Yep, that happened this tournament. Portman. Over to Tata, and as he goes past Navarro, another Spanish player who has that iconic status, commits the foul. So he will come out. Sergio Rodriguez comes in. San Materio goes out as well. Here's Tata being fouled by Navarro, and Juancho Hernan Gomez comes in. And Schroeder, nice little floater. Schroeder with the floater.
Yeah, sounds nice.
Oh, it does,
nice
doesn't
too.
it? Yes.
Nice move there. Very patient drive by Schroeder.
Rodriguez. Chacho. Bounce pass to Gasol, and I'll tell you what, the message clearly over there on the bench during the timeout was get the ball inside the Pau. Portman for three, and as Spain come back, the three-pointers, the shots from Germany not taken with quite as much confidence.
Germany only shooting 29% from three in the tournament. Meanwhile, Spain obviously leads the tournament at 43% from the outside. So
Daniel Theis picks up a quick foul after coming out to guard Gasol. Good chance they'll meet next year when Theis is with the Boston Celtics, who he has signed with. I think that would cause some people by surprise, Daniel Theis. But if you saw him dunk the other night on Boris Diaw, you understood immediately that this man has some quality, some leaping ability, and some power. Look at Gasol's numbers in the tournament. Missed, and now offensive foul, or excuse me, the foul called on Fortman for boxing out Juancho Hernan Gomez. A little bit too much physicality. Certainly looked worse. It looked worse in live action than it did on the replay, didn't it?
his elbow met the base.
Gomez.
This is a valuable contributor off the bench. Had a couple big threes in the fourth quarter in Turkey as well. Not alone in the game now.
Low. And whoa! Talk about a low blow. That gives them a bigger lead.
Yeah, we said he's been struggling in the tournament, only shooting 15% from three. He's definitely known as a scorer and shooter.
Marc Gasol answers with a three-pointer.
All of Spain's points so far. Rubio, great denial defense on Schroeder.
Now Lowe pulls up again, and this is off the front of the rim.
Pull in.
Rodriguez was excellent the other night against Turkey. And look at the shot that he puts off one leg, and Robin Benzing comes up with the ball.
Hey!
Schroeder able to draw the blocking foul on Rubio in transition.
Steiger will come in as well as his team in Germany. Sastre will come in as well as Oriola for Valencia. Two members of the Valencia team along with San Materio and Vives, who played on Valencia's first ever Liga Andesa title winning campaign this past season. And trust me, that is a city that is still in celebration mode over their basketball team. Here's Lowe again. So these guys they're being followed back on without question. And Theis launches a three. Tiemann fouled by Gasol. Tiemann played very well in the Basketball Champions League. Got some good experience there.
Yeah, he's a bit of an interesting call-up to the German national team after playing in the second division the last couple of years. But until now in this tournament, he's been contributing. Obviously a big body, strong athlete. Just an offensive rebound on that possession.
Saw the worried looks there on the face of Sergio Scariolo. You get to this stage of the competition, there are no easy games. Schroeder off the back of the rim. Sergio Rodriguez with the rebound. Behind the back pass to Marc Gasol. And Gasol goes up and can't quite make the shot.
Offense for Spain going through Marc Gasol in this first quarter.
And for the game for Germany,
This is the key thing now. Schroeder goes to the bench. In Germany, obviously, have a three-point lead. Can they sustain it? Can they build on it? Or is Spain going to take advantage and regain or get the first whistle?
Capinar's also in the game. Capinar, who wears number 18. See Marc Gasol, 9.5 points, 6.7 rebounds, 1.7 blocks. And what you find really anywhere with any national team, especially the really good national teams like Spain, is that the lights of the superstars, sometimes their numbers go down because they just have to do what it takes for the team. Their role might change for the national team. Here's Lucas Steiger, and that was long. Oriola with the rebound. Gasol over to Hernan Gomez. Chastre. Marc Gasol backs up Tice. And technical foul has been called from Alexander Glizic on the Spain bench for getting up. Too many words there. Referees hear something. And the protestations there. Yeah. Not met fondly there by Mr. Glizic. So the technical free throw. Hernan Gomez now is going to come into the game for Marc Gasol. Remember a couple years ago, Marc Gasol didn't play in the game against Germany. He wasn't at the EuroBasket, nor was Rubio. So it stands to reason this Spain squad would be viewed as being stronger. But this German team has a lot more experience as well. And Daniel Tice turns, goes up, and foul called on Oriola.
2 free throws for Tice, who second on this team in scoring, about 10 points per game. Had a big game against the Rams, 22 points and 6 rebounds, again off the bench. Also leads the squad in rebounding, so he's so valuable, Chris Fleming.
Makes just 1 of 2 at the line. Hernan Gomez immediately comes off the bench and backs his way down low and scores.
Catching the ball just too deep. Easy move and finish for Hernan Gomez.
Tice turns and was fouled by Oriola.
Frustrated in his first quarter. Second personal foul as well. Showing them down against Croatia.
Well, they fell behind against Croatia, but I mean that was their really one test that they had in Cluj, Romania. And that attempt from Tice goes off the line, and now look at the pass, unusual. Now they got to hurry to get it over, and the read by Steiger, and very sloppy by Spain in the backcourt. You know, they only had the 8 seconds to get it across midcourt.
That gives Germany the chance for the last possession. Huge from a momentum standpoint.
Lowe gets it to Steiger. Steiger goes to his left in the corner, and the battle for the rebound. Germany heads to the bench, leading it 19-16 after one.
Hello everyone. Nice competition.
Okay, look at the shooting numbers. Spain, 5 of 10 inside the arc. A lot of that is because of Gasol, Powell and Mark. 1 of 4 from deep, but just 3 of 7 at the free throw line. Germany also struggling a bit at the line, but it's a German team that has come out, hit some shots early, got the lead, and after Spain came back, Germany kind of stabilized things. And you can see Scariolo arguing early about how the game is being officiated, but I guess in a way that's how coaches do things, isn't it? They want to try to get that advantage.
Yeah, especially a veteran coach like himself. But you know, Germany doing some very, very positive things in that first quarter. Obviously knocking down a few threes, but the penetration, the runners, crashing down the glass, getting some steals. They've got to be happy with their performance in that first quarter. And you also know that Spain has so much in their tank and so many different gears they can go to. And it's going to be a long game there for Germany.
So both Hernan Gomez is on the court. Juancho having played this past season with Denver, and Willie Hernan Gomez having played with the Knicks. And of course, Willie Hernan Gomez has been with this team now. This is his 3rd consecutive summer. He played on the title-winning team a couple years ago and at the Olympics. Second quarter action underway here in Istanbul in the Sinan Erdem Arena. This is the spot where the 2010 FIBA Basketball World Cup knockout round was played. And another low blow.
That's a great sign for Germany as he knocks down 2 of his first 3 three-point attempts. Again, was such a confident scorer at Columbia University, NCAA level, Ivy League player, one of the most respectable conferences out there.
I wonder why you say that, Josh. Here we go.
Uh-oh.
Pass, and the ball goes over the rim. So
Germany lost track of Juancho there. Sergio Rodriguez's pass just off target. Nice crossover.
Lowe gets in and gets swatted. But the foul has been called.
Nice crossover to get into the lane, though, from Lowe. They've got to be happy with his start after his struggles. You see Sastre.
Oh, they ranked him big time. Yeah. And the German bench liked that move from Lowe.
You can see from his shooting stroke, it's a strong shot. Comes in averaging just 4 points per game. Really stepping up here in the first half. It was probably the biggest game of his national team career.
Only makes 1 of 2, so missed free throws, and those become magnified at the end of the game. But Germany, nevertheless, up 7. So a lot of problems facing Spain here. Oriola had his foot on the line, and nevertheless gets it to fall, so that's 2 for him.
That's the longest 2 points you could possibly hit.
Tiemann fakes, goes, puts it up and in. What a move from Johannes Tiemann.
A little bit too easy. Throws Oriola with that pump fake, and no one gets to the rim. It's Sergio.
Rodriguez gets in, and then Oriola followed him and got the rebound.
I tell you what, Spain keeps looking at the referees on every kind of missed shot or turnover or whatnot. That door is kind of open for Germany. The great thing about Germany is you don't play your best game. It's You will get knocked out. You've seen it over and over again. The favorites don't always win. That's how we play.
Oriole at the line. You can't see it right now, but Sergio Rodriguez is, I've never seen him quite as demonstrative talking to referees, and he's talking to Mazzoni, the Italian referee, complaining about how the game is being called. Mazzoni's not a referee to be messed with, as he showed us in Group D.
Meanwhile, Germany able to secure more rest time for Schroeder as well, while still having a 5-point lead.
Sastre guarding low, and the pass almost got over, but great recovery there from Willie and Gomez.
Low.
Rodriguez over to Sastre, that's his job, good! That's how he earns a living, folks. He's one of the best shooters in Spanish basketball. He was wide open.
And you know that these Spanish point guards, Rubio, Navarro, and Rodriguez, will find the open man.
So 2-point lead now for Spain. Shot clock winding down. Akpinar bumped late in the shot clock by Oriola. Not a good play by Oriola. Third personal foul. Oriola's going to go out. Now Gasol's going to go back in. I'll tell you what, the Oriola was so good this past season. Clearly one of the revelations of Spanish basketball. No surprise he's made it into the team. Here's Schroeder, puts up a little floater.
Again, right off the bench, first possession, attacking the basket. That's 8 points now for Dennis Schroeder.
Lowe picks up the foul. Robin Benzing is going to come back in for Lucas Steiger here. Look how Schroeder kind of gets himself space. Takes a little bit of contact.
So much freedom to kind of create.
Not the starting point guard of the Atlanta Hawks by accident. Schroeder is world class. Rodriguez dribbles between his legs. Rodriguez gets it to Powell. And Powell steps back knowing the shot clock is winding down, has to put it up. Good effort again by Willie Gomez. Right at the last second, gives Spain another opportunity. Spain bench parking again, and no calls are being made in their favor. You got to give credit to Germany, they're playing hard. Pass to Gasol, takes the contact, what a shot, and what a finish.
Gasol leading the way yet again. It's been about 16 years now.
Incredible, incredibles. Person, player, however you want to slice it. Sastre putting the pressure on the pass, trying to deny Schroeder. But he's got it, and he's coming right out on him. And this time Sastre knocks it away. Spain on a 3-on-2 break. Chacho for three. And Juancho Gomez catches it and draws the foul. That was fantastic offense created by the defense.
Sastre pretty much one-man defensive wrecking the last possession. All over Schroeder. And gets the steal to Gomez.
You know that Spain want to quicken the tempo. They want to get out and run. So Willie Gomez goes out. Marc Gasol comes back in.
Spain did come out of the group phase averaging 90 points per game. Obviously that average went down a little bit with a 73-point output against Turkey, but you're definitely right. They're a high-scoring offense. It just so happens they're the best defensive team in the tournament as well, allowing just 60 points per game.
No free throws, and that ties it up. What do you think about Willie Gomez going out to bring Marc Gasol back in?
So
He's been making some plays.
Willie has been second to team in rebounding, only after 18 minutes per game. Such a good producer. Dennis Sastre with the block
and traveling the ball, and that turns it over. So Sastre had the hand on the ball. He didn't release it. Schroeder, watch this. Sastre has been menacing from the defensive side. What an outstanding play. We talk about his shooting, but he's come out and made 2 great defensive plays.
Definitely.
And that was a great call by Mazzoni.
Yeah, Schroeder claiming that he let the ball go, let it bounce, but that's still a travel.
Ja, you didn't stop, yeah? Ja, you didn't stop,
You can see players getting a chance to talk to themselves as we get a look at the shooting percentages. And what Fleming does, and some of these coaches, he has a quick word with his assistants, like Henrik Rodel.
Pay attention, listen to it.
Mismo así está bien,
Talks to
¿vale?
the team. Here's Coach Scariolo.
Ataque, siguiente jugamos. Puño, 5 weak. Con short roll. Vamos al short roll, no vamos a buscar aventura al fondo.
Habla para que lo juegue Enrique o Chacho.
Dentro, pick and roll. Venimos.
Yo veo lo que
You hear Scariolo talking in Spanish, and then all of a sudden you hear basketball words and phrases.
Y luego,
Pick and
vamos
roll.
un poquito los pulgar lado y pulgar vuelta.
Screen.
And of course, basketball is an international language in itself.
So I think Fleming, though, does speak German, but he's talking in English.
Yeah, he's been there for a while. Another thing we saw in that huddle was Dennis Schroeder has really established himself as the leader of this team, both obviously by example, but emotionally and vocally. The guys buy in to what he's producing.
This is the biggest challenge that Ricky Rubio has had, I would suggest, or whoever else is on the court. Here's Rodriguez being guarded by Lowe. Schroeder is menacing. Marc Gasol says, I'm going to take this. Powell catches it before it goes out and gets it back to Chacho, who drills the 3. And Spain have moved in front.
That's a tough break for Germany. Shot clock all the way down. You see the reach in there by Sergio Rodriguez, but let that one go from miles away.
Chris Fleming thinking, how can they shoot an air ball and still get a 3-pointer out of it at the end of the shot clock? And Fernando Santiago comes back in for Juancho Hernan Gomez. Lowe dances in now, hands it off, bounces in. Tice is denied at the rim.
Right at the rim.
Rubio drives in. Oh, he missed the layup with his right hand.
A little carried away. Focus now, Schroeder. They make them pay.
Portman for 3. That's short. Now the open floor. Rubio. This is where he's good. He's going to go behind his back. Going to hand it off to Powell. Then Powell fumbles it out of bounds. He says he was fouled.
This game definitely picking up in speed and pace in the last few possessions.
Watch this. This was Tice driving in and getting a not in my house swat.
Gasol loving it. 37 years old, still getting up like that.
Schroeder takes on Powell, and Voigtman comes in, saves it off the backboard, and that's not going to be legal off the other side of the backboard.
Yeah, the backboard. Good hustle.
Right now, the momentum with Spain, you can feel it. They want to land a few more blows here before halftime. Rodriguez, right at Tata. Rodriguez bounce pass to Powell. Santiago fakes, steps in, little runner, and ends up with an air ball. And Volkman comes, gets it back over to Schroeder. And again, Schroeder. does a good job of getting contact.
He actually leads the tournament in fouls drawn, 7.5 a game. You see there why. Rubio is known as a very, very good defender, especially on the ball. Just can't slide his feet quick enough for Schroeder's crossover.
Rubio thought he had moved his feet well in established position there. Schroeder, another little floater, and excellent play by Marc Gasol to knock it off the rim. And to Marc Gasol, what a move. And Chris Fleming calls timeout.
See that position established.
So Spain, having struggled, have gone ahead by 5 points.
But we see that they're a little bit vulnerable, Spain.
Chris Fleming very upset. Let's listen in. 4.4-minute drought for Germany. Come on, Chris, take it over. We're waiting. Nope. We thought he had his thoughts already ready. So we'll go over to the Spain bench.
Jugamos esta, tenemos, ya tenemos Fonso, cuidado con Ricky.
Have you seen
Más que
a better defense by Spain?
darle a Schroeder,
I mean, that's the
darle,
thing
no
again, they
tanto
only let
subir
his team score
demasiado
about
arriba,
9.5
dar un
points per
poquito
game. Germany's basically on track for that amount, but Gasol able to establish that. He basically made his move before the ball even got there, had the inside position. Rubio feeds it right to that left hand. All he has to do is turn and score. A little bit of contact goes uncalled, adding to the Spanish frustrations perhaps.
Well, it was a dream start for Germany.
But even if they go down to the half, you know, that start gives them so much confidence for that second 20 minutes because they know they can play with this team.
Yeah, they led by as many as 9 points. But right now they're trailing by 5. Benzing, bounce pass to Vogtmann, and this time is Marc Gasol with a rejection. Tice gets it back, however, and Rubio gets the rebound. Rubio inside to Powell, and good defense from Tice, knocks it away. Now Schroeder has it in the open floor.
See the speed.
Alley-oop pass to Daniel Tice, and that is the quality of Schroeder and Tice in the open floor.
4-on-1 for Germany. Schroeder making the right decision. Throw it up to the most athletic player on your team. High low again.
Pau Gasol misses badly. Now Schroeder again. Open floor, goes all the way. And the Germany ball. Spain hustled to get back on defense that time.
Schroeder in the open court. Throwing it up to the big man, Daniel Tice. Rubio on a poster.
A good response from Germany. It was starting to get away from him. Here's Tice at the line. Good! That is a good play right there.
Gives you a little bit of everything, inside, outside. Physicality as well. And he's guarding Pau Gasol on this end. He was the defensive player of the year as well in Germany, so you know he can help you in so many ways.
Rubio hands it to Navarro, then Gasol just kind of finds his way to the basket.
Germany wanting to travel, but Pau's left pivot foot stayed down that whole time.
Schroeder passes back. Now Benzing for 3. Navarro, and that is off. No Spaniards under there for the board. Schroeder pulls up, short one, and gets it to go in. 10 points for him, no surprise. Second in the EuroBasket in scoring.
Right, our man Alexei Shved leading the way.
Rubio. And now Germany have it back.
So a chance to regain the lead on the last possession, potentially. Schroeder just has the ball in his hands so much of the game. You see the entire offense really running through him.
Schroeder pulls up for three. And Spain are going to have another look. And Germany had a foul to give. Very wise by Schroeder.
Spain will get a chance to draw the final play. Remember a few nights ago in a situation in the Croatia-Russia game, less time on the clock, Russia able to draw up a last-second tip-in for Moscow. Those 2 points really gave momentum. In the second half, we didn't have for Russia. Maybe the same for Spain here tonight.
Yeah, some people say that was the turning point in that game. See the assist to turnover ratio.
Atacando.
12 assists,
Pau
5
se pone debajo del
turnovers.
aro.
That is an interesting stat, isn't it? Because Germany
Just
were
stop,
the
finish
negative.
the quarter. All right, here we go.
Germany just 5 assists.
3-2, 3-2.
A lot of
All right,
isolation ball.
here we go.
Both
Active hand, no foul.
You kind
No
of live and
foul.
die by the isolation. Spain, we know that their bread is buttered by ball movement, player movement, finding the right man, the open man, and the cutter. That's usually a recipe for success.
And you can hear Fleming saying, active hands, don't foul. Arms up. 5 seconds remaining. What kind of play have they drawn up over on the Spanish bench? So Rubio will inbound it. To Marc Gasol gets it back. He's going to penetrate. He's going to go. Oh, looked like he had a chance. And Gasol ends up taking a three-pointer. Rubio could have taken a shot. I mean, he was in the lane.
Yeah, but I guess the play was designed for Pau Gasol, and Rookie Rubio, the kind of guy who, if that's the play, I'm going to execute the play.
So we're at halftime. Spain, having trailed by as many as 9 points, have come back to take a 34-33 lead.
See the stats there. If you're Germany, you've got to be happy with your first half. Obviously, you're down 1 after a quick start, but you're able to kind of put a lot of pressure on Spain. You're limiting their three-point opportunities. You're contesting shots. You're not getting out-rebounded. You know, the cause of concern is those 5 assists. How can we create some better shots for our players if you're Germany? Chris Fleming, and he made that adjustment in the second half. Of course, those 4 blocks for Spain were all at the rim. Huge blocks. It's 8 points that they were able to prevent.
Pau Gasol with 12 points, leading the way for Spain. 10 points for Dennis Schroeder. And really, it's about as even as it could get in the first half. So Spain by 1 at the break. We'll be right back. 34-33, Spain on top of Germany at halftime. And, well, it's been a great game. Josh, I mean, it's, you know, I think Germany have the confidence, the belief that they can certainly compete with these guys. And, you know, do they believe, though, they can get to the finish line?
Yeah, and that's the thing about these close games is, you know, who can step up when the moment really, really counts. Germany has guys like that. Obviously Schroeder, but we've seen Mato Lowe make a few plays. Obviously Daniel Tice. Can they just keep this game close in the third quarter? And then fourth quarter, anything can happen.
Certainly Spain probably much, you know, not happy with how the game is being officiated. And have you noticed anything that would suggest it's being called a certain way in terms of the physicality that maybe they're not used to?
Well, you know I'm not one for conspiracy theories.
Right.
But both teams have 11 foul calls against them. Maybe there were a few times Spain went to the basket aggressively and didn't get the call. But again, how many times in the past has Spain kind of gotten the benefit of the call? So it's not like Germany's really taking advantage of the situations. I mean, there were 4 blocks in that first half with a lot of contact at the rim that Spain was able to kind of, you know, quote unquote, get away with. But they're good plays. I think it's just good, solid defense both ways, to be honest.
Well, Pau Gasol has 12 points, leading the way 10 points for Dennis Schroeder. Schroeder only taken 1 3-pointer, he's missed it. And it's interesting that both these teams are
Daniel, it's coming into you.
for 11 from deep.
Dennis, you're taking an angle off the nail. Okay?
Yeah, the
And you
three-point
look
shot
real
going to
early.
be so key in the second
Setting
half.
that one for Robin. You're looking for the shot,
yes,
Robin.
Germany
You
comes
think
in
you
not
squeeze
shooting
the
it
three,
great.
don't get it.
Spain obviously
Get out
shooting
of
a
there,
very high
chase, pick
percentage,
and roll.
but
Okay, with
been
you and
able to knock
Dennis.
them down
All
consistently
right?
in this first half.
Set him up. Set him up.
Also, Ricky Rubio,
Come
we
on
haven't
now,
really
let's start
seen
time.
him too aggressive at this board yet. Sergio Rodriguez also slightly quiet, just 3 points. That one big three though. So much star power on the Spanish side, and to have so many different guys you can count on to step up, you'd expect at least a couple of them to do something.
Well, speaking of star power, though, I mean, the way Tice has played for Germany at this EuroBasket, you know, this isn't just Dennis Schroeder's team. It's a team that has gotten a lot better this summer with his emergence. And Scariolo, remember, is losing in the quarterfinals in this very arena 7 years ago at the 2010 FIBA Basketball World Cup to Serbia. So hoping it's not going to happen tonight. Second half action underway here in the Sinan Erdem Arena.
And Germany also the youngest team, I think, in this tournament. And their stars are just 23 to 25 years old, so bright future.
Well, Pau Gasol gets inside, misses, but another opportunity, and Fernando San Emeterio buries the three-pointer.
See the fist bump there from Secretario.
And Benzing fouled by Rubio. Rubio says all ball.
Number 9, Ricky Rubio. Third personal time, which is the his first. He's finding a DG tackle foul.
Rubio still talking to the ref. Schroeder for three. Good. Well, it cost Spain. Schroeder drilling the three ball. 13 points.
He hasn't had many opportunities where he can just catch and shoot. Have to do so much of his stuff off the dribble.
Oh, what a play from Marc Gasol.
Everyone's just staring down the referees at every play, but strong move by Marquez.
And Schroeder nails another one. And he's got the three fingers on both hands to signify the three. That sign. Who started that sign?
Tracy McGrady.
There you go. T-Mac.
Even if it's not true, I'm just giving him all the credit.
Marc Gasol for three. And Tada
Watch Schroeder now, he's feeling very confident.
pulls up again for three.
Heat check doesn't fall.
Now Rubio. His pass out to the perimeter. Fernando San Emeterio feeds it, and Rubio challenges. But you know what? Every time it seems like the winds pick up for Spain and they get it in their sails, all of a sudden Germany come right back. Here's Schroeder again. Pass back to Bartel. Bartel.
We didn't see Bartel much in the second quarter.
Schroeder. Floater. And Rubio goes behind his back to avoid Tata. And Rubio hits the shot, and a foul as well has been called on Germany. And
obviously that's 2 points and the ball for Spain. As the foul did not occur on the actual shot. You see Tata.
well, that's
It's tough. That is tough. Marcusol kind of holding his arm, but you see Schroeder's pull up three.
So, Rubio. Spain, potential 4 or 5 point trip down the floor here. Rubio for 3.
Big break for Germany.
Schroeder right at the line. And Gasol with the board. You like the tempo for Spain, or you think they want to pick it up?
Yeah, I mean, the thing with Spain, they can hurt you in transition, but when you're in the half court, you can feed the Gasol brothers running the offense through them. It's not so bad, especially Mark, his passing ability.
Well, that time Benzing gets a hand on it, knocks it out of bounds. 7 on the shot clock. Rubio looks to get it to Gasol. He gets it to Powell. Then Powell has it knocked out of his hands by Tata. Tice thought about it. Gasol runs at him, and Tice steps in, and Fernando Santiago gets the rebound.
Yeah, I would like to see Tice kind of attack the basket a little bit more there, especially with his athleticism.
I don't know about you, but as we look at Bartel, we're also out of your screen looking at Powell, and he's bending over. And I noticed last night as well, he just doesn't seem to be quite as strong, or he's out of breath. I mean, it looks like he needs to take a break.
Yeah, he does take, you see the hand on the knees more times than not.
Rubio, well, he gets it to Powell.
I guarantee you he'll still manage to put the points on the board, and see him posting up here.
Bartel knocks it out of bounds. 5 on the shot clock. I mean, it's a long tournament. It's been a long summer of preparations. And the alley-oop pass, well, he looked okay on that, but then he didn't finish. And Mazzoni has called a foul on Germany.
No, I think it was the shot clock hadn't properly started.
Okay.
Also, Germany in a transition
Right.
situation.
Yeah, because
so-
Spain thought there had been a foul. They were smiling and going to the other end. So they had to take.
Advantage there.
So they're taking some time off the clock. Bartel. Schroeder, a little bit of a push screen from Tice. Bartel for 3. Doesn't go, but the follow from Tice.
Nice hang time. Jumped kind of early, but was able to stay in the air long enough to tip it back in.
And Gasol scrapping for position, takes the contact, and he will go to the line. And that was the attempt that rimmed out, but Tice had his timing right on the putback. Germany have not faded at all.
Yeah, if they can keep this game close throughout the third quarter, they'll be in good shape.
Powell now with 13 points. Schroeder has a game-high 16 for Germany.
So despite him being a tired player, he's got 14 points when you look up at the scoreboard. And can Germany get anything from Tata and Benzing?
Benzing pulls up.
There we
it's
go.
Good. Right on cue.
Amen.
There's 4 points for him, but as we saw the other day against France, these guys can heat up in a big way in the fourth quarter, late in the game. Rubio. Back to Navarro. Back to Rubio, wide open for three. Tiemann. And Tiemann hits the mid-range jumper.
Germany regains the lead. Tiemann with a nice contribution off the bench. Wasn't playing much in the first few games, but against France showed some good minutes, and now 4 points, 3 fouls.
Sastre is going to come back into the game for Spain. That was Tiemann, who, again, perhaps the German league a little bit better than people might think. Certainly on the evidence of how these guys have played this summer. A lot of them have either played in the German league or have come through the German league, the majority of them. And now offensive foul called on Spain on San Materio. It certainly feels like the whiff of the upset is in the air right now, folks.
Yeah, Spain not playing their best ball. And we know they can take it up another notch, but if you let Germany hang around too long like this.
Bounce pass to Tiemann, and he gets fouled.
Jeff, that was almost a top 5 play from Tiemann. But Schroeder will make the right play.
He just pulls the strings, doesn't he?
Yeah, just pick and roll action, so dangerous. Can get to the basket. One of the tournament leaders. You see Tiemann almost
that was a
gets
good
it.
call. Gasol raked him on the right arm, right in the wrist area. And Tiemann, who's hit the jumper, comes now, gets to the line, and sort of an X factor for this team, maybe that Spain weren't fully aware of.
Yeah, we talked about the fact they have so many guys in the 6'9", 6'10 range. Able to battle inside with the Gasol brothers, but also providing a little bit of a scoring punch here.
Sergio Rodriguez back in the game. He'll be playing for CSKA Moscow this season after a one-year stint in Philadelphia. Now Marc Gasol, is he available? Yes, he is. And are they saying the foul before the shot?
Well, it's going to be 2 free throws either way.
No, 2 free throws. Yep,
the bonus.
The bonus.
One of the downsides I would say about having a team that's so deep is it's hard for a lot of these Spanish guys to get into a consistent rhythm. You know, they've only been averaging about 20 minutes per game. And they know that there's somebody else ready to kind of fill in your spot if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. So aside from the Gasol brothers, you see Juancho and Gomez checking back into the game, but he's only played 10 minutes so far. And Willie Hernan Gomez only 5 minutes. He's a double-double machine if you give him enough time.
Already 12 points for Marc Gasol, above his tournament average. Those 2 free throws falling for him. Now the bounce pass again to Tiemann. And again, another foul called on Spain. And that foul on Oriola. Well, they've scouted well, haven't they, Spain? Excuse me, Germany have scouted Spain well. And this time Tiemann's free throw is no good, but they're getting a lot of action, the bounce passes on the drives.
Well, they know what the Spanish bigs like to show on those screens. Rather than popping for jump shots, they're rolling strong to the basket, and guards are finding them.
Lowe back in the game, guarding Rodriguez. Sastre bounce pass, and this time to Gasol. He puts it up and in.
Gasol is so good around the basket. Able to elude 2 defenders just by being patient. 14 points now for Mark. Tying with his brother is Schroeder.
Schroeder drives in with a floater. Aaron Gomez hands it off to Chacho. Sastre wide open. Good. Do not leave that man open. And Fleming wants to nip this one in the bud. He calls timeout.
Okay.
Oh no, Fleming did not call timeout.
Now the
As
referee.
both teams had headed to the bench. They're coming back out.
The referee stopped the game to see if Schroeder was okay. You see him hit the floor pretty hard, reaching for his face. Not sure if someone caught him. Just like that, Spain right back in the lead.
And Willie Hernangomez in the game, guarding Timan. Oh, Schroeder just blows right past Sastre and gets the layup.
One dribble from the three-point line to the basket. So quick.
Boy, I think he needs a nickname, Flash, after watching that one. Knotted at 50. Rodriguez for 3. Get it! He has really become a big weapon from 3 range. As you can see there, all of his points coming from behind the arc today.
They seem to be so timely. Right when Spain needs a basket, Sergio Rodriguez gets them a big 3. We saw the buzzer beater against Turkey as Schroeder again.
Schroeder bounce pass, Voigtman and Timan. This time the quick hands from Rodriguez. He anticipated.
Mismatch inside.
And now Willie Gomez, a little bit of a mismatch with Lowe. Marc Gasol takes a 3, good! And the 3 balls are falling for Spain. Now Chris Fleming does get a timeout.
Yeah, 4 3-point shots in this third quarter for Spain. Really dangerous when they start heating up like this.
Hey, Jungs, kein Problem, hey. Kein Problem, alles gut, weiter, okay. Hey, wir werden ein paar treffen, kein Problem.
Well, the 3-point shot has really been a factor for Spain in the third quarter. You can see 7 of 19 now from deep. At halftime, they were 3 of 11. So they're 4 of 8 in this quarter. And the assist-to-turnover ratio continues to be to Spain's advantage, although Germany has improved in that respect.
Yeah, again, Germany not playing poorly, but Spain with a 3-point shot. You see inside out, the ball goes to Hernan Gomez, able to kick it out to Marc Gasol. And there was just too much time in that mismatch for Germany. They had several opportunities to switch back. Spain able to capitalize on what was pretty much a poor defensive possession for Germany.
So coming down to the timeout here, Germany looking to stem the tide, so to speak. And it's going to be Schroeder just gets right in there. Had a very makeable shot. Just went right to the rim, but just missed the shot. Now Rodriguez gets it to Marc Gasol, coming to life here. It's been his quarter. Here he is, puts it up and draws the foul.
You see the passion from Marc Gasol as well. As you said, he's been taking over these last 5 or 6 minutes. 19 points with a chance for his 20th at the line.
Well, look at the talking there with Timan and Willie Hernangomez.
Well, Hernangomez obviously has his little brother back him up if anything goes down, but we don't expect it to get out of hand. What's going to happen now with Schroeder on the bench, down 8? Spain on a huge run.
I mean, it's no easy task, is it, to play Spain when they've got the stars that they've got in this team.
So we knew Marc Gasol would step up in the big games, and he's done that so far as Steiger can't knock down the 3.
And the jump shot is good, the three-pointer.
This has been an unbelievable performance from Marc Gasol. 15 points in the third quarter alone.
So Willie Hernangomez picks up the foul.
Timan knocks down the first free throw. He's given them some solid minutes yet again. Voigtman hasn't really done too much for them.
And
he gets the
Timan with
offensive
the miss.
rebound.
Yep, another opportunity now for Germany, but down 11. Dangerous moment for
Good
them.
shot right
Voltman and Juancho Hernangomez with the rebound.
Bobman just 1 for 5, 0 for 3 from the three-point stripe as Rodriguez can't add to this lead. Again, it's 11 right now.
Lowe rattles it in. Nice shot from Lowe. And about a 4-second differential, 3.5-second differential on the game clock and the shot clock. 9 points now for Lowe.
Yeah, smart shot too, gives them a chance to potentially get the ball back at the end of the quarter.
Spain will take it down as far as they can.
Expect Marc Gasol to get a touch.
Here he is. He's going to put up a 3. Good. How about that from the big man? Tada puts it up from half court and misses everything. So despite all the good work from Germany, the determination, the class, perhaps the experience of Spain starting to show. Again, Marc Gasol with yet another 3 for himself. He is 4 of 6 from three-point range tonight. And Spain are now 9 of 22.
You have to know, top of the key. If you read the scouting report, that's where Marc Gasol likes to shoot the threes.
65-53, Spain on top after 3 quarters. Well, Josh, the shooting numbers obviously on the up for Spain. And Germany actually 29%. I think that's right where they are on the tournament from three-point range.
Yeah, exactly. The three-pointer hasn't been a weapon for Germany, and it has for Spain, as we saw Marc Gasol completely take over that third quarter, starting off inside, finishing through contact, and then decided to step outside the arc on a number of occasions. Germany just not closing out. And again, if you're a German defender, you're not too worried about Marc Gasol blowing by you, but you're more worried about him being able to find open guys, and definitely knocking down an open three. Again, he's so tall, so big, hard to contest his shot, but you got to get a hand up. 10 minutes to go now. Down 12. Does Germany have one more push?
Well, Daniel Tice is back in along with Timon, Lucas Steiger, Lowe, and that man Schroeder. And if there's anybody that can perhaps pull the strings on a comeback, you would think it would be him, Schroeder. He's got the ball in his hands. Over to Lowe, steps back for the three. Front back of the rim, stays out. Now Willie Hernangomez picks up another rebound.
You see Juancho, no one guarding him, wanted the lob.
Grasol online but short. Schroeder dribbles in, and that is a goaltend. Goal interference. Ball had already hit off the backboard. So Juancho Hernangomez guilty of that infraction. Here it is again. He's got that shot all night long, Schroeder. I mean, they know he wants to get in there, and he still gets in there.
Yeah, he leads his team in points in the paint. I think he might be one of the highest scorers in the whole tournament. He's the smallest player on either of these rosters. It's just remarkable.
Pass from Gasol, a little bit of miscommunication. The ball flies out of bounds. And Spain trying to deliver the knockout punch. And you want to do it.
Wow, a little bit sloppy there.
Almost another turnover.
Sastre doing everything he can to stay with Schroeder.
Again, he gets inside and scores with reverse layup.
Yeah, he's got to take over for Germany to have any chance. Finds the angle, somehow finishes it on the reverse side.
Now Oda Sastre. Schroeder comes flying at him, so he steps in and hits the jump shot. Gosh, what a reliable source of points he's turning out to be for Spain.
He's got 8 points, hasn't missed from the field.
Steiger for three, rims out. Looked like it was going down and still didn't go down.
Yeah, Steiger had.
Bounce pass, Willie Hernangomez with the flush. And just like that, Spain go back on top by 12.
Yeah, it's really poor transition defense from Germany. Get to take a look at it after the timeout, but 3-on-2 led by Marc Gasol, and he finds the other big man on the wing. It's where are the German players?
Be inside, hey, be inside, Jungs, be inside, auf geht's.
Three-point shooting has been big in the second half for Spain as they've opened up a 12-point lead.
Yeah, Steiger came into that France game, gave a huge boost off the bench, able to knock down a couple of threes, but hasn't knocked one down here tonight. 0 for 4.
Second chance points in favor of Spain as well.
Seguimos. Ahora nos ha metido un tiro raro, pero está bien eso.
Spain pretty much dominating most of the categories, 22 assists to 9. Winning the rebounding battle. Points in the paint. Obviously the three, you saw that dunk again. Marc Gasol dishing it off to Willie Hernangomez. A casual dunk. And that's the thing about the Spanish team. They just, it feels like they just know they're going to win the game. They play like it. They don't get too nervous. And another turnover for Germany. The two young guards in this backcourt pointing at each other's chest saying, it's your bet.
Can Germany start to turn this thing around with their defense? Because right now, Spain having success at this end of the floor. Sastre goes baseline, hands it off, and Willie Hernangomez goes up for the dunk, but was fouled by Daniel Tice.
Tice pleading his case. You see their hand on the ball. Ooh, probably got him with a lot of body as well as Marc Gasol gets a nice hand from those Spanish fans behind the bench.
looking like they could be about to lower the boom. And Willie Gomez gets the friendly roll. There's Marc Gasol, who has gone out of the game having scored 26 points. What a game for him, and 9 rebounds. He had 8 points at halftime. Robin Benzing. And Germany starting to fade. Juancho Gomez. Hands it off to Rodriguez. Gasol at the line.
Germany, Benzing obviously in there for his shooting despite his size. He attempts 6 threes a game. Hasn't been able to convert his tonight.
Rubio comes back in for Sastre. Sastre leads with a lot of credit. Played very well.
And Rubio, not a shabby defender himself.
Sastre came up through the youth ranks for Spain, but just getting his chance now with the senior team. Daniel Tice pulls up for the jumper. Still plenty of time. No need to panic for Germany, but they got to play D. Gasol catches it. He's double teamed. Rubio gets in, goes hard to the basket. And puts up the alley-oop for Willie Gomez.
Yeah, he fooled everyone in that German defense. They thought he was laying it up, but he's actually just throwing the lob.
He fooled me.
No one fools you, Jeff. Come on now. 6 assists for Rubio.
Tice. And short.
Hesitated.
Most difficult stretch of the game for Germany. You can see Coach Fleming over there trying to keep his team's spirit and concentration up. Good defense. And that time, Spain unsuccessful. And you look at players like Sastre and also Willie Gomez, and you just say, you know what? The transition for Spain, when they finally called the day, the Navarros and the Gasols, Pau Gasol, they've got plenty of talent in the pipeline. Plenty of good players.
Yeah, Hernan Gomez just 23. His brother Juancho 21. And Rubio's the veteran of the young crew at 26.
Low off 1 foot. And Low playing defense. Rodriguez says he knocked it out of bounds, but the ref did not see it that way. Here it is again. Look at this.
Low reaches, pokes it out of bounds. Maybe Rodriguez, the top of his hand, might have forced it out. Tough call, but great defense from Low.
But they got to make it count now at this end. They got to capitalize. Alley-oop to Daniel Tice.
They've got a nice little two-man game going between the two of them. 2 star players for Germany in this tournament. Daniel Tice, 12 points now.
It's been amazing how he's developed the last couple of years, Daniel Tice. And it does help to play with a great point guard like Schroeder. Bounce pass, Rubio. And Tice bats it over to Low.
Here's where he's dangerous.
And Schroeder. Spain ball. Don't see that often from Schroeder.
Yeah, spin move. Oh, that is.
And you see how these things even out, don't you?
Exactly.
They might be arguing at this end that the ball didn't go off Rodriguez, but they're not arguing at that end, Spain. Nevertheless, it looked like it went off Juancho Gomez's leg, and Spain have the ball. Field goal percentage by quarter. Spain shooting exceptionally well in the second half.
Yeah, and it's tough for Schroeder. Obviously, the ball being in his hands so much. He's got 6 assists, but also 5 turnovers. Comes into this game leading the tournament in turnovers, but you can understand when he's that ball dominant.
When we come back, it's a man-to-man. We're going to blitz the pick and roll. Okay? Switch the pick and roll. One time. Yep. Every pick and roll. Or DHO. First one we get. Let's jump at him. There we go.
So past the midpoint here of the quarter, here's Schroeder again, the alley-oop to Tice.
Definitely been a share of highlight plays in this game. Paul Gasol just kind of, what can you do? Can't contest everything. Spain looking for the high-low action.
Gasol steps back, and what a shot. Boy, he has had his best game of the tournament at the right time for Spain. 28 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 blocked shots. Can you say player of the day?
Yeah, it's not even close as Schroeder finds off to Tyson. Spain looks to have the block, but nonetheless, Tice going to the free throw line.
Here it is again.
Definitely caught him on the elbow.
Tata back in, 4:16 remaining, 13-point deficit. Never say never, but Germany's hopes definitely starting to fade. "12 points for Tice. And had some struggles at the free throw line. As you can see, Votman is waiting to come in.
And this is where Spain excels. Down the stretch execution.
And Gasol feeds his brother. And that is the second team foul on Germany.
Second personal foul. 2 seconds.
Spain will be a difficult team to press as well, with both Rubio and Rodriguez out on the court at the same time. They pass it down low. Gasol catches it and puts it up off the glass and in. So even he has 16 points. And then Schroeder loses it right in front of Rubio. Rubio just kind of got position. And now Rubio gives it back to Pau. And he passes over to Rodriguez for 3.
Timeout, and Rubio almost toying with the German defense in that possession. Finds Rodriguez for the open 3, wide open.
Looked like Rubio looked at his hands as if to say they're wet. He didn't have the right feel, but when you've got Chacho Rodriguez right next to you, you give it to him. He's shot it well again tonight from three-point range. Has Rodriguez now 3 of 5 from deep. He has 9 points, all from deep.
Yeah,
and the free throw shooting for Germany has not helped them.
But it's also a bit of a sign of the German defense giving up, as Rubio had the time to kind of spin the ball, look at his hands, decide, do I want to shoot it? I'm going to pass it. No one closed out to either guy, and of course, he knocks it down. Yeah, Germany only 2 threes in the second half. Meanwhile, Spain able to knock down 7.
Well, we thought the matchup with Schroeder and Rubio, but look at this. This would be interesting. That was just a case of Schroeder just kind of losing control of the ball. And the Rubio doesn't panic. Look, decides to pass to Rodriguez. And that's a part of his game that is just very good now. I don't think you always said that about Sergio Rodriguez earlier in his career.
Yeah, it was more of a setup man.
Tata for 3.
Marc Gasol now with his 10th rebound, so he's got a double-double. 28 points and 10 rebounds.
And good deny by Bartel.
Yeah,
And
Schroeder
offensive
pushed off.
foul on Schroeder as he kind of pulled Rubio down as he went past him. Watch this,
See
his
the
right arm.
hand, yeah.
I'm not sure that he pulled him, but Rubio saw
Rubio's
the
asking for the
opportunity.
foul on the way down, looking right at the referee. Tough not to make that call.
Rubio loses control of it. Now Schroeder. And Lowe's pass, a little lackadaisical.
Germany needs to attack quickly.
Schroeder over to Bartel, gets his shot blocked by Powell. Powell disagrees, so he sits right down at the courtside seat. Watch this
Powell
again.
Gets the ball, bit of the left arm after that. You don't usually see Powell that animated.
They've been kind of testy all night, Spain. But they're up by 16 points.
Yeah, honestly, it's, even despite the whole team not probably providing their best performance, you got guys like Marc Gasol playing the way he's playing, doesn't really matter.
Akpinar looking on. Benzing. And Germany, they're going to look back and where has it gone wrong for them? I mean, they've nevertheless trimmed the deficit to 14.
And again, they were in this game, but that Marc Gasol-inspired run for Spain just helped them pull away. And too many scoring droughts for Germany.
And Theis reaches in and commits the foul.
But again, Daniel Theis just 25, Schroeder 23, Lowe 24, Voigtman 24. So they're going to have multiple chances at other tournaments. They're going to be a team to contend with.
Pau Gasol, and thought he'd won that battle. Then he lost the ball. Germany couldn't quite chase it down.
I mean, the oldest player for this German team is Steiger at 29. It's crazy.
That is crazy. Seems like he was just coming out of college.
Meanwhile, Spain has 5 guys over 30. But don't let their age fool you. They are still tough and still.
Sastre open for 3. Short, long rebound to Rubio. He dumps it right back in. And the ball knocked away from Gasol. Rodriguez tried to foul Lowe. Couldn't get the call. Schroeder over to Bartel. And Bartel's pass intercepted by Sastre.
Yeah, too many German guys passing up shots.
Yeah, you're down this big and you're open from three-point range. Bartel, you got to take it.
Nice
Rodriguez
move.
spins. Oh, was going for the alley-oop. And Schroeder pulls up from deep and hits the 3. And that gets it back to 12, but only 1:23 remains. So Marc Gasol again is going to check out of the game as you look at the replay from the 3 on the fast break. 28 points, 10 rebounds. I think he's done enough for him tonight. He can go get ready for dinner. 11-point game now after that three-pointer. And Spain content to take some time off the clock. Now it's late in the shot clock. Rodriguez wide open.
Two open.
Tata with the board. Now up ahead. Theis goes in for the dunk. What a finish from Theis. And it's back to a 9-point lead.
We talked about his athleticism. Runs the floor and then throws it down.
Again, a lot of time already off the shot clock. You don't want to foul late if you're Germany. Gasol has it and takes the contact and earns the trip to the line. And Gasol and Schroeder playfully exchanging words, although it didn't look like it was playful at the start. Here he is again.
Well, Schroeder probably talking a little bit of trash, but obviously the scoreboard in Powell's favor.
This was
Tice.
a previous play. Timon is coming into the game here with only 36.2 seconds to go. That play probably has slammed the door shut on any amazing comeback by Germany, but you can only tip your hat to Tice, who fouls out in the final minute of the game. He's been terrific. 15 points. And Rodriguez hanging on to the jersey of Schroeder.
Schroeder content to add to his scoring total.
Now Rodriguez is voicing disagreement, but he had a handful of his jersey as he went past. Schroeder doesn't complete it, though. A lot of missed free throws for the Germans. Bartel picks up his 5th foul, so he goes to the bench. Germany had the perfect start for them. They jumped out to the 9-point lead. Everything was working for them. And even at halftime, they only trailed by 1 point.
Yeah, and they were able to build a 4-point lead in that third quarter. But Spain just never seemed nervous, never went out of sorts, stuck to their game plan, feeding the Gasol brothers. And obviously, it paid off. Schroeder checks out the game and receives a nice applause from all these fans in the arena. One of the most electrifying players we had at the EuroBasket 2017.
Yet, if you turn the clock back with 4:23 remaining in the third quarter, Germany led 47-43 after 3 free throws by Johannes Thiemann. He had been fouled, but then Marc Gasol had 2 free throws, a layup, and Joan Sastre drilled a 3-pointer on the fast break. And even though Schroeder tied it, Spain went on a big run after that to take control for good. So Germany came out strong today, but it's Spain once again advancing. They win it 84-72 over Germany.
And if any team's watching can take anything away from this game, it's that Spain is not invincible by any means. We saw them kind of struggle at times against Turkey. Here down in the second half against Germany. So teams like Latvia, Slovenia.
This was some real adversity today for Spain. And, you know, we were wondering about them coming out of Cluj, probably the weakest of the 4 groups, how that might affect them. And today, one of their big guys really stepped up at the right time, Marc Gasol. And as a team, they just held it together, but it was definitely a test. And Germany, you know, they might look back on this and think it was an opportunity missed because they definitely seemed to have Spain in a very difficult, uncomfortable situation.
Yeah, definitely. They had their chances. They were not able to knock down some open shots. Weren't able to contest open shots from the Spanish team. But now, again, the next matchup, Slovenia and Latvia, going to be a thrilling one. And they'll be the winner of that game will obviously face the Spanish team in the semifinals.
So the 4 blocks for Spain. Both teams had 14 turnovers. Marc Gasol was an all-star tonight, no question about it. The 28 points, the 10 rebounds. Something tells me he'll be coming to the press conference. Schroeder, once again, had a big game. I mean, really, for what he does, it's you can't playing. The 27 points, 8 assists. Sastre played well for Spain coming off the bench. And Rodriguez ended up with 11. And Pau Gasol, you know, I was saying that he looked a little bit tired today as well as against Turkey, but he still scores 19 points.
Yeah, it's just that good, to be honest. Again, legendary status, no argument about that. You take a look at some of the highlights.
It was that type of performance from Marc Gasol. You have to say he might have just played himself into consideration now into the MVP race. Schroeder was an MVP all tournament long for this German team. And, you know, from a scoring standpoint, you couldn't really say he was selfish for how he played, but Spain do have the big horses coming off the bench like Willian Gomez, and he really made his presence felt as well when he came in to the game into that second half.
Yeah, just too much talent on the Spanish team, too much firepower, but also toughness, really, when you take a look at that bench, Juancho and Willy Hernan Gomez. And that experience, just too much for Germany to deal with. But like we said, they have a bright future.
What did you make of Rubio's performance tonight?
A little bit more low-key, wasn't as aggressive offensively. Still had the 8 assists, obviously.
Yeah, still made plays like that.
Right, some big steals, some good defensive efforts.
But this is a shot, really, that you just have to sit back and admire.
Yeah, you tip your hat to that.
I mean, what can Tice do? He can't do anything else.
That's
get a hand
that's
up
a little bit of Nowitzki. That's some Paul Gasol. Marc Gasol, obviously, just so skilled. And he's a big guy. It's going to be a great matchup in this next one.
Yeah, Slovenia and Latvia. So that will be a real humdinger as well. And again, what do you think about Tice? He's probably really given himself a huge boost of confidence going into his rookie season in the NBA with Boston, with his performance at this EuroBasket.
Well, they'll be counting on him. Obviously, Boston making a lot of changes in the offseason. You know, a very loaded roster. They're expected to compete for the top seed in the East with Cleveland. And obviously, Cleveland getting guys like Cedi Osman onto their roster as well. So a lot of star players in this EuroBasket. And what a great way to get ready for any season, whether it's over here in FIBA or the NBA. When you're playing for your national team, no better way to work out.
So Spain will advance. They have advanced, rather, to the semifinals, where they will face the winner of the next game that we'll be bringing to you. So don't go away, folks. It's Spain winning decisively in the end over Germany, and they will face Slovenia or Latvia for the right to get to the title game of the EuroBasket. That's all from us. Thanks for watching.